right there, that big muscle right there.
Yeah.
Bring it across the body.
How do you determine what type of fats are good?
Come on.
So it allows you to maximize your routine because you don't have to worry about form and hand fatigue.
Glutes, your erectors, QL, quadratus laborum.
For a non-competitor, what would you say would be the top 3 poses they can do at home?
Welcome to the Art of Building Bodies, the greatest fitness show on the planet, featuring our mega super hosts Fernanda Lazaro and Orlando Bowen. I'm Aida Memisevic. Coming up today, we just can't get enough of those core exercises. We have a few more for you. We speak to a female fitness competitor who has rock-solid abs after 3 kids. Ronaldo shows you how to get a powerful chest without benching a weight. Learn about periodization and how it can help when you're plateauing. And you always hear about not skipping breakfast. Find out why. And on Body Fuel, get the info on carbs. Coming up today. Core strength training. We just can't get enough of those core exercises.
You may have huge muscles, but how's your core? How's your stability? That's important when it comes to building true strength. Right, Kris? You're a natural bodybuilder.
I am.
You have a few titles.
A champion.
You're a champion. And you actually, when you were training as a bodybuilder, you didn't train your core.
I didn't.
What changed? What made you change your mind and now you're training core?
I got injured. That's what forced me to get into core and stability training. Actually, my physiotherapist told me that if I ever wanted to bench press again, I had to get into core and stability training.
Wow. Why is core training important?
Well, it's important for anyone that wants to get into a fitness program. It starts from the inside out, and a lot of people do it backwards. Anything done backwards in life is going to falter. So training from the inside out, what do I mean by that? Well, core starts right about here. So people that want to get into an exercise program should start training their core, their hips, their torso, getting into stabilizer muscles of the shoulder, the knees, and also the ankles is imperative if you want to get into heavier loads, start bench pressing and all these other fun activities.
Okay, you worked from the inside out.
That's right. You can use this cable equipment to show you what a wood chop is. Let me set it up. I'm going to step away from the cable. I'm going to grab the handle. I'm going to extend my arms fully out. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring it across my body. Okay, almost like I have an axe in my hand, and I'm chopping that tree down.
And you're not moving your hips at all?
I am moving my
you?
hips, okay? Because again, the core is the hips and the torso. But if you notice, I'm not moving my knees, my ankles. In fact, I'm not even moving my elbows. Everything else is fixed so that I can focus on my core.
So your core is actually the part that's doing the movement.
That's right, exactly. That's how I'm engaging my core. Otherwise, I'll use those superficial muscles, the bodybuilder muscles that we don't want to attack today. Check this out. Now I can actually go at different planes. Working the core from different angles, just like I would my biceps, my chest, and all these other muscles.
How do we make this more difficult?
Check it out. What I can do is grab this boxing ball here. I can set it up. And I can make it difficult 2 different ways. First of all, let me set up the boxing ball. As you can see, it's very unstable. That's what makes it that much more difficult. Okay, now I'm engaging my stabilizer muscles of the knees, the ankles, and the core, and the stabilizing muscles of the shoulders. So, check this out. If I keep this close to my body, it's a lot easier. The minute I extend my arms, wow, now my core's engaged.
So you're not working any superficial muscles?
That's right. Indirectly, no superficial muscles. Obviously, I would say 90–85% of all the work is done by my core and the stabilizer muscles.
And that's one of the keys, I would assume, why you move your arms. Once your arms are extended, then it would take away the tendency to engage, say, your biceps to be doing the movement.
Exactly. The further the load was away from the body, the more difficult it's going to become.
And if we don't have equipment like this at home
don't
or
have
at the
equipment,
gym?
check it out. We've got the tubing over here that you can get from a lot of sports stores. Hook it up to a door, a handle, anything that's fixed, and make sure that it's stable. Obviously, you don't want it to come back on you. And we'll do the same movements, okay, that we were doing.
Can't we use a plate?
We can use a plate, but check this out. What I've got with the tubing is eccentric and concentric movements here. With the plate, I don't have the eccentric. The eccentric is basically the negative portion of the exercise, okay? When I'm bringing that band back, there's still a pull. Okay, there's still resistance pulling me back where the plate doesn't have that. So that's a great thing about cables. That's a great thing about tubes.
So Kris, you mentioned earlier that you were injured, right? What did you injure?
I injured my shoulder, okay? The resistance band here allowed me to do 2 different exercises, which are crucial to warming up the stabilizer muscles or the rotator cuff muscles in the shoulder before you get into that bench press, especially the heavy bench presses.
Before you get into the bench
100%, okay? We're warming from the inside, we warm the outside after we throw a couple plates on and start working out. So check this out. We've got first the external rotation, okay? The external rotation starts here, elbow tucked in nice and tight. I'm basically externally rotating my shoulder, okay? The rotator cuff is what is doing this movement for me right now,
Why is your elbow tucked in tight?
My elbow's tucked in because I'll start using those superficial muscles if I don't. In order to isolate the rotator cuff muscles, like a chicken, it's got to be tucked in.
Gotcha.
Okay? So now what I can do is internal rotations. Okay, now I'm going to internally rotate. Again, the elbow nice and tight to the side of your body.
Awesome. Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at strengthening yourself from the outside, getting those big muscles right, you got to make sure you got your foundation tight. That's where it all starts. With the core, you heard it from the champ himself. Fernanda chipped in a little bit too. There you have it.